Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Whoops. I'm just knocking stuff over here. Having a clumsy morning. How about you guys? We're going to be painting these little watercolor robots today, and I didn't know if it would be kind of fun. I grabbed some dice, and I didn't know if for the head and body, if we wanted to make like a little key to also do that, or if you guys just want to vote on the shapes. You guys let me know in the comments. We can kind of make a little key if you want to do that. Hello, hello. For anybody new here, my name is Lacey. I am the artist behind Rebel Unicorn Crafts, and on Saturdays, most Saturdays, we paint together. And this class is going to be watercolor robots. They're super easy to do, super fun. This was part of a little question I asked you guys, and it was so split that I decided to add an extra class. All right, there is a vote for a key. So tell me some shapes you want to see kind of in these, and I will assign them to some different numbers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think we should have a circle. So I'm going to add a circle for number 1. Any other shape requests? I mean, they could be like heart or flower or any sort of normal shape. You're watching from Kauai? Let's see. I'm going to put rectangle at number 3. We got oval. Let's put that at 2. Yeah, we can decide the antennas. We might need to make a separate one for something else. Let's do a square. Yep, triangle. Love that. All right, we need one more shape. And we had trapezoid and a heart. You guys vote. Vote who wants trapezoid, who wants heart. Good morning, good morning. It looks like heart is winning by just a little bit. Yep, all right, we're gonna add heart as number 6. So if you're brand new here, this is the perfect class if you're just joining and you're like, well, I don't have watercolors. That's fine. Use markers, crayons, whatever you have that is accessible. All we need to be able to do is we're going to be making some different geometric shapes. We want them to be colorful or not. These are your robots. They can be whatever you want them to be. And then we're just going to let them dry and fill in the details with some fun pens. Good morning to everyone. So these are some of the sample ones. I'm going to grab some other paper here, and I think I'm going to start by the colors I used in this example were the Viviva color sheets. And this is actually on a mixed media paper. So these are another one that's really good for not using traditional watercolor supplies with, because we're not trying to do any sort of special layering or anything. We're just kind of having fun with the colors. So let's actually start with that. And then I've got some watercolor paper over here, and maybe we'll switch over. We're probably going to do a couple different little paintings with these guys. And I'll switch over with some different supplies so you guys can see. All right, so I did actually start some again, because I got really into doing these. I'm going to place this here, and let's roll. I'm going to leave out the feet. I'm just going to have to kind of determine what I think the feet should look like based on everything else that is happening in the little painting. But let's actually roll for the head of the first one. All right. Number 6. All right, its head is going to be a heart. What color should I make these? Should we do blues, yellows, greens, purples, pinks? Again, I'm going to be using the Viviva color sheets for this one. Any sort of watercolors would work. Any sort of art supplies work for this, actually. Okay, pink, blue, green, yellow. Oh no. I feel like I've seen a lot of green. So I'm gonna do some greens, and let me find, can I find another example of these in my little books so that you guys can see, so we can be working on it at the same time. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I'll put these ones just above here so that we can at least kind of have a little reference of what we're doing. All right, we're going to start with some greens. It sounds like there's a lot of pink and some purple and blue, so we'll do some of the other ones in that. Or should I do the pink since it's a heart? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go with green. So for the head, we're gonna do some greens. I'm gonna flip into here, and let's just grab some of this light green color, and let's make a little heart. Swoop. I'm gonna add some water in, just to kind of vary this. And let's just drop some other colors in here. I'm gonna grab some of this Viridian. It's kind of like a blue-green. And I'm just because I want some texture. You could have yours be less colorful or changes in color. And then also for time's sake, I'm going to dry my brush off and I'm going to suck up the excess water that's sitting here, just so that it will dry a little faster. I don't need to suck it all up, but just some of it. We are making little robots, and I'm not able to actually show you the other one in frame at the same time. All right, we're rolling for the shapes. We made a little key here. So for its body, we're going to do a circle. Okay. I'm going to start with this one, and then I will drop in that green color, the light green color, just to add some variation. Let's swirl that together. Let's really saturate some of that green in there. Ooh, this kind of looks like the globe. Very vaguely, but it looks pretty cool. All right, for the legs, I wasn't planning on rolling for the legs because I usually just do like 1 or 2 little swipes or something with the colors, but we could also do 1 leg or 2 legs. Do we think that this little robot has 1 leg or 2 legs? It does. It looks like the Earth so much. That was accidental, kind of like reversed. If the 2 colors were reversed, it would really look like the Earth. 2 legs, okay. I'm going to do the little legs by doing, actually, let's give him some articulation. So he's got knees, so I'm going to do 4 total swipes. I'm just going to barely make my brush kind of laid down on there. So So I'm just going to swipe and swipe, swipe and swipe. And then let's bring in that bright color. I'm running out of color on these sheets because I've used them so much. But I cannot believe how long these have lasted. This doesn't look like a lot of color, but even though I'm running out, I have had these for about a year now. So, and I use them all the time. I want a little darker color. None of this needs to be perfect. This is a perfect, if this is like your first lesson with us and you're super intimidated by watercolor, this is a super fun one because none of this needs to make sense. None of it needs to be perfect. We're just having fun with the colors and the shapes together. And then we're going to add in the fun details at the end. So these are called Viviva color sheets. And depending on where you're at, I technically do sell them in my shop. But if you're not in the US or if it's easier for you, you can buy them through Amazon. I believe maybe they sell them through their website, and you can buy them through Michael's and all sorts of places. Yeah, they're super cool. All right, let's move on to our next robot because we need this one to dry. I'm gonna try that trick. Somebody mentioned a while ago that if I left the eraser, maybe it would keep the focus there. So I'm going to do that for the contrast. Oh, yes. Okay. If you want to take a screenshot of these Viviva color sheets, I have them on the screen now. I'll have them on there for about another 3 to 4 seconds. One, two, and three. There we go. All right, number 2, second robot. The head is going to be a square, according to our little thing. And let's do pinks on this one. Let's do like pinks and purples. Which hopefully I have enough of this left in this one because I love this pink color. I think I do. Ooh, this is kind of like a magenta. So it's really dark. And then when you do thin it out, you get that nice, vibrant pink color. This is not going to be a perfect square, but it's kind of a square. And then I'm going to drop in a little bit of this violet. So this is a fun thing with these sheets when they're brand new. It's like golden. And then when we grab it, it's purple. I'm just gonna drop that in a couple areas and let's figure out what its body's gonna be. Its body is a circle. Should I re-roll or are all these gonna have circles for bodies? You guys let me know. I could roll for the colors too. Maybe we'll roll for the colors on the next one. Re-roll. Okay, re-roll. Number 4, a square. So he's gonna be square, square. I mean, that could be kind of cute. Should I keep doing a square for his body or should I re-roll again? I feel like this robot is trolling us. Keep. Oh. All right, I think keep. We're kind of split, so let's just keep it because the dice said to do it. All right, I'm going to start this one with the purple. Again, it's that kind of funny golden color, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's purple. Let's thin that out. Ooh. I have little pieces of foil from my adventures this week just stuck to everything. There's one in my brush right now. And I'm going to drop in just a little of that kind of magenta color. Ooh, I got that real dark. Let's move that around a bit just so that it's not just so dark that we can't actually see. And I feel like this one needs just some very basic legs, so I'm just going to do a swoop. and a swoop. This robot is a basic boy. Let's add in a little more color though. Grabbing some of that purple. I love how it bleeds. Oh my gosh. I do really love these. I remember when I first, they actually reached out to me to send me these like a year and a half ago, and I was really skeptical, and I was brand new to having any sort of anybody try to send me something. And this is the only thing that somebody has sent me that I have consistently used. Okay. Now on to our third one, and I saw some blues in the suggestion, so let's make this kind of a blue type one. We might throw in a green or a purple or a yellow into it. Let's do blue and yellow together, actually. The Viva color sheets is what they are called. All right, for the head, rolling. We got number one, we have a circle. Man, that circle really wants to be here. Oh, and let's use my favorite color from this. This is called Peacock Blue. And this one is kind of a red velvety type color. But then it's this beautiful blue-green color. Just wait. Oh yeah. I got quite a bit of that, so I need to thin it out a little bit. I'm gonna thin it out a lot more because I want some yellow over in this one corner. I think this is my favorite color, although I really like the other blue in here too. A bigger ball? Okay, let's make it bigger. I see that. I feel like that could help. I want to kind of keep some balance. Oh my goodness, I've got too much of that blue. Let's put some of this yellow in. I think I'm low on this color, but let's see. And it'll kind of blend into some greens. Even though I'm adding in that yellow, obviously it's just going to kind of mix together. And I got so much of that other one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to preserve any of that yellow. All right, this one's a big-headed boy. I don't know why, but to me, a lot of robots are boys, and I think, here's the thing, I think it's because I'm terrified of when they make those AI robots that have like the face that is so uncanny valley, and they're always women, and they terrify, the robots scare me. So when I think of the robots as little weird boys, then it feels less like that uncanny valley robot that they always create. Yeah, I know, BB-8, I know what you guys are talking about. I'm actually, but I think, you know, we got to still roll for his body. All right, number two. So we're gonna do an oval. Okay, and let's just go on with this. I see that there's somebody asking for us to roll for colors, and we can do that in the next set. We're going to be painting a couple of these. I'm going to paint 3 on this one, and then we'll switch over to another piece of paper, and we'll do another one so that it can be drying while we work on another one, so we can roll for colors on that one. Ooh, I like these colors together. Okay, now here's a question. Should I just extend this bottom oval out, or should I add feet? Should it just be a 2-part thing, or should I leave space? What do you guys think? Needs more blue to kind of set it apart. All right, I got a couple votes, 4 feet. Nubby feet. Really small. Okay, I like the idea of the really small feet. That seems cute to me. So let's do it. Let's add in a little more blue. Okay, so for this, I'm literally just going to take my brush and go boop and boop. There's this little, oh yes, that's perfect. I don't know why, but that whole thing makes me laugh. I love this one. Okay, so if you're painting along, finish off a couple of these. If you want to, we're going to do some more. I'm going to put some colors on for this little key here for our dice. 1, 2. You guys, in the meantime, please vote in the comments. Do you want me to keep painting with the Viviva color sheets? They are just super fun, and this is the perfect exercise for them. Or do you want me to switch over to a different palette or different set of colors so you can see it demonstrated in a different way? Okay. All right, Sunny says yes. I don't quite remember how I worded the question. All right, so let's start with number 1. Let's make pink. All right, I think Viviva is winning. Number 2, let's do an orange. 3, let's do a blue, purple, yellow. Oh, of course, my pencil's gonna run out of lead right now. And then, what's our last color here? Green or brown, black? Red or green, it looks like. Yeah, pink is number 1 on this list. All right, I'm gonna add in green. I like the idea of the black, but then we won't be able to see the pen details as much on top, so I think it's good to do the green instead. By the way, this dice I pulled from our Klingon Monopoly set, and we're gonna go through a bunch of our board games and get rid of them. Klingon Monopoly is one of them. A Monopoly, man, it is not a friendly game, especially when it's Klingon, because then it's war. All right, we're gonna roll. Again, I'm gonna keep the feet. The feet I'm just going to kind of do based on what we think or what kind of suits the shape. We're gonna start rolling. Let's figure out the shape first. So a circle, okay? Circle really wants to be. And then let's roll for 2 colors so we can kind of vary the colors a little bit, or should I just roll for 1 color and keep it in kind of a monochromatic color palette? I'll roll for each robot, but within the robot, should it be like the option to have pink and yellow, or should it just be like just pinks and shades of pinks? 2. All right, I think everybody says 2. All right, so we've got a circle that is going to be yellow and yellow. Okay, I gotta roll again. And yellow. Yellow and pink. All right, a circle that is yellow and pink. Oh man, this is kind of fun. Just letting this up to chance and do whatever it wants. Okay, we're gonna start with pink. I'm gonna try to get not quite as much on my brush just so that it actually is pink instead of that super dark color. And let's start with that circle. Oh, I had some purple in there. Whoops. Inadvertent. Let's just try to scribble a little of that off. Let's get a little more water in here. And then yellow. So the yellows I have are this or a yellow ochre. I'm thinking this brighter yellow will be better. And there we go. That noise is so sad. Can you hear my fan running in my house? Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna keep that like that. Pink lemonade robot. Oh yeah, totally. Okay, what's his body gonna be, or her body, or its body? Number 6, it's going to be a heart. Man, the circles and the hearts really want to stay together. I'm gonna start with the yellow. As one little piece of actual watercolor wisdom, since a lot of this is just, we're just having fun and playing today, is if you are trying to paint with 2 colors and you do want to make sure that you can see your lighter color, it's oftentimes better to start with it rather than what I have been doing, because then you can kind of preserve that lighter space. Now I'm going to put that in there. Ooh, see, I'm trying to avoid the areas that are super duper pigmented on it, but oh well. And this is going to mix in with that yellow a little bit and create some kind of red. So let's add in a little on the edges that is a little more pink because, well, maybe we're not getting pink. Let's try to add in some water, push that away. Once we add in our little details, this will be super cute though. Oh, when I put the brush into the water. All right, what are we thinking on feet? I'm kind of thinking 2 swipes kind of coming from here and here, almost like this is like the pelvis and it's attaching to the sides of the heart. I like the idea that we can control the feet. All right, I'm going to start with the pink on this one. I'm going to try to kind of keep it like this and then just swipe down. Let's do the same thing on this side. And swipe down. And then let's add in some of that yellow into those. And a little more of that pink in a couple areas. Just to add in, I just want some texture, you know? Circle knees, you know, that could actually be kind of cute. Let's try to add in some yellow circles right in the center here. I like that. I think that's a fun idea. We're leaving some things up to chance, and some of them, if I see a fun comment, I'm gonna implement it. Little ball joints, yeah, I like that. Should I make ball joints at the bottom too, or should I keep it kind of flatter like that? Leave it? All right, that's what we're gonna do. Next one up, the head shape is going to be a triangle. Ooh, I've been looking forward to a triangle. I don't know why, but I have. And it's going to be blue and blue, no. Blue and yellow. Okay, we're having a yellow theme apparently. So a triangle. I think I want the triangle to be upside down, so I want the pointy bit at the bottom. Blue and yellow. I'm going to use the different blue in here, although this is another one of my favorites, and I don't know if I have very much left, but we're going to try. Blue. Okay, I'm going to lighten this a little bit. And let's put that yellow in right away, and let's go over that yellow ochre just so we can see a slightly different yellow. When it's used in like a big concentration, it's kind of a muddy color, but when you thin it out, it's actually a really bright, pretty yellow color. And let's add in a little more of that blue. So the arms I like to add in with the, personally I like to add them in with the pen details. You guys will get to see that coming together in a minute. I'm gonna leave that like that for now. I might come back in and touch that up a little bit. The body is going to be square. All right, okay, we're finally getting some variation here. I like that. And I'm gonna kind of bring that out, similar width. This does not have to be, you do not have to do any of this exactly the same. You can take more liberties on the shapes and make them smaller or bigger. The point is we're just kind of playing with the colors. I mean, half of what I'm doing here is just having fun with the effects of the colors I can get when they kind of mix together and just make some really interesting textures and shapes. Like I really like this one. I'm not as happy with this one, so I'm going to suck out a little bit here. And just of that excess water, and then let's drop in some extra of that blue color. Oh, I don't have enough water in my brush to do anything. There we go, that's a little better. Although I made a little dude at the top. I added too much, and so it's buckled kind of under there, so it's gonna flow down there. Oh well. All right, what do you guys think for legs? This is the part we control. It is so much fun. Should we do articulation where we do like the 4 little dots? Should we just do feet that then we fill in the details later with pen details? 1. Oval legs. 2. Oh gosh, everybody's got a different opinion. Just feet. 1. What about 1 feet? Boop. Horizontal. Ooh, actually, poop, poop. So he's kind of like where he stands with his feet out, like in a plie. I kind of like that. Ooh, I also like the idea of the spring. We could do something where it's like we have a long rectangle here, and then when we draw it in, it's a spring, and then a spring at the bottom. All right, I think the plie is winning. Let's do that one, because that does sound kind of fun. I like the plie. Boop. And boop. And let's add in a little of that yellow color. This is so much fun. I feel like I'm just playing. I mean, I am just playing. This does not feel so much like a class. This just feels like we're having a play date. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be funny. We could even make each leg a spring if we want to later. We can choose. And we'll probably actually be able to roll for something, because one of the things that we're going to be doing at the very end of this when we add the pen details is that we want to pick a common theme for the robot so that it kind of looks like it all comes together. Like when we do add these pen details, let me show you one of these. So for example, this guy here, his common thing was springs. Everything that connected him had springs. I don't know what to call these, kind of like futuristic. This reminds me of what everybody thought everybody was going to be dressing like in the 2020s when they made shows in the 90s that had all these details. So, yeah, we can roll for some general details too. All right, our final robot that we're going to paint the body of today is going to start with a oval head that is going to be, oh, I'm going to roll down here. I'm worried I'm going to splash in. That's going to be orange, okay, orange, oval, and green. Orange and green, ooh. Oh, I don't know if those are gonna look, should I re-roll the colors or should we do what the colors are telling us? I do like the idea of the blue and pink so they kind of all fit together, but or keep a yellow in there. Keep the colors, re-roll, oh no. I mean, we can do orange and green. Let's just do it so you guys can see, and worst case scenario, you guys will learn something about colors kind of mixing together and which ones look nicer together. Who knows, maybe it'll look really stunning. Okay, we're gonna do an oval. I liked the suggestion of doing the oval sideways, so let's do it. The dice spoke, we're listening. I do have a couple different options in here for an orange. Vermilion is more of a red-leaning orange, or there's this dusk orange, and I'm kind of thinking I want this one because it has more yellows in it, which I think will look a little better with the greens. We'll see. Yeah, it might be kind of like an oxidized robot. Exactly. So we can make lemons out of lemonade here. So I'm gonna put that orange down. I do really like this orange color. Orange is not one of my super favorite colors except for like in fruits and citrus and stuff, but this orange, wow, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And let's go in with this light green again. I feel like, okay, we're doing it. You know, it doesn't look that bad together. It's not my favorite combo, but it doesn't look that bad together. And let's push the green a little bit and let's add in a couple little details of this Viridian blue-green color just to kind of add a little extra contrast. Okay, I actually have to get some on my brush. There we go. Not a ton, but just a little bit. All right, and let's do the body. Circle, okay. Let's start with that orange again. Here it is. We need a circle, and I'm leaving space in between these because we can add more details that way. Ooh, I kind of like that balance of those two shapes. And I'm gonna put my green right in the middle here. And then I think I'm gonna dot with that other color around the edges just to add a little more contrast. Boop. I feel like I need to add in more of that orange into the center. This could go not how I'm planning, but there we go. That's a little better. All right, what are we thinking on feet here? Hooves. An arc. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of an arc. Yeah, so in some areas it is kind of blending to a gray. And part of that is because of the way these two colors mix together. I feel like the arc thing could work. Hold on, let's just for the sake of let's do a little testaroni here. I mean, look how cute that would be. Yeah, I feel like this one will be the gunslinging one. Like just got off a horse. Okay, let's do the arc or arch. right now. Howdy, partner. How would a robot have a cowboy accent? Like what would that impression sound like? It's definitely not something I am capable of doing, but I think that would be funny. I mean, the closest reference I actually have is, you know, Data going to, you know, the Western worlds and things like that, but, you know, he doesn't have a robot accent. He just has robot tendencies. Howdy, mate. Yeah, alright, fine. You guys made it simple. It was not that complicated. And we gotta add into that darker one, too. Alright, well, I hope everybody else is having as much fun as I am, because I'm having a ton of fun today. I feel like we need a little more saturation from that orange, just because the other ones have it. Ooh, oh, I touched it. I'm going to pull it up. All right. Let's try to pull it up a little bit in a couple other spots. There we go. You're laying in bed with COVID? Oh no, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. You're drawing robots now? Perfect. Fallout New Vegas has robots with Southern accents. Oh, I never really play video games, but I bet that's cool. You're making robots with your 3-year-old, letting him pick the colors? That's fun! Alright, so for pen details. So this one is still super wet. I'm going to push this one to the side. Let's revisit our first one and see if it's dry enough to add pen details. If not, I might need to use the hairdryer. This one's dry enough. This one's iffy. I am going to grab my hairdryer just to give this a good dry because I don't want to... The way I typically like to add pen, I often think of pen as being kind of a an additive accent. So if a piece needs it, you can add pen details first and then paint. But I always find the pen details take me the longest, and so if I mess up on the painting... And then also you have to use special ink and stuff so that it doesn't run. So I like to add it on top. This is just a very average Papermate Flare pen. There's like nothing super special about this other than I really like the tip and it makes a super nice dark black mark. But it does have to be on super duper dry, so that's why I'm gonna have to grab my hairdryer. While I'm doing this, so if anybody is sensitive to noise, you might want to turn down the volume. But while I'm doing this, in the comments, let me know. We do need to make a little key that we can roll for common themes. So things like springs, lines, chains, that type of thing. Let me know in the comments what some of those common themes you want to see through this. Or rivets, you know, whatever. You guys think of some fun things, and I'm going to be turning this on for about probably 10 to 15 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Alright, I think that will do it. I am going to start off the list with springs because there was a lot of talk about having one of them have springs, so we will definitely make sure that's on here. And then let me go look at those comments. Springs. Well, I like the idea of kind of like bolts. There's a couple different suggestions that are similar to bolts. Let's put bolts. lines are kind of fun and they open up a lot of options. So I'm going to add lines because we can have vertical, we could have horizontal. Chains, let's add that. Bracelets. So I like the idea of bracelets. It makes me giggle, but we can't have it as a common theme because if I put a bracelet down here, it's not a bracelet, it's an anklet. Gears. Oh, gears could be fun. I haven't done any gears yet. I'm a little nervous about that. All right, we need one more. So yeah, so far I've got springs, bolts, lines, chains, gears, and pipes. Let's add pipes. I like that idea because pipes could have rivets, they could have different connection things. So we've got some variation we can do with pipes. And this doesn't mean that everything on each one of these has to be a pipe, but it's just kind of a nice way to kind of connect the whole figure together. All right, starting up with our Mother Earth green robot. What is her common element going to be? Oh, I like dots and, oh man. All right. You guys had a bunch of good suggestions, but gears. Oh boy. Of course we're going to start with the one I'm most nervous of. All right, I'm just going to do a quick little googly of gear shapes just to kind of remind myself. And let's do a quick little practice drawing of some gears. So we can have them simple where they're basically just like a circle and then little squigglies on the outside. And if that connected to some other ones, that would make sense. We could take a little more time with that. This is just kind of a quick reference. We could make them where they have a thinner part and then they have little connectors that come out like this. None of this is super perfect, obviously. This is not necessarily a drawing class, but yeah, and if we had a bunch of those connecting together, that would be cute. Or some of them, like especially like the inner ones for watches and things, they will usually have kind of an inner structure to them. So they would have little trapezoids in here. Ooh. And then this would have the outside part here. Probably something a little more regular than this, but again, we're not going for perfection. I mean, I'm not. You guys can if you want to. All right, so there's some little gear shapes just to kind of remind myself. Oh boy. All right, so let's connect these. I'm thinking the way I'm going to do this is let's start with all the connection points. Hold on, let me pull back up the chat so I can see. A circle with teeth, yes. Three for the body like a heart. Oh, that would be cute to put a little like pin here. Okay, let me see. I might have a thinner pin I can use for that too. This is another fairly cheap little pin I got on Amazon. Sipa, I think. And it's got a thinner piece to it, so maybe for some of the inner details I can add that. First thing I'm going to do though is let's add a little gear to connect each one of these things. We can start by outlining each of our shapes just to give them some definition, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that on this. So I'm just going to outline, and again, I'm not going for perfection here. These are rough and ready little robots. And let's just outline all of these so that we know kind of the general shapes we got. I mean, we know, obviously, but just to give them a little definition. I'm a little nervous about this because, man, the previous one I was able to kind of like fit what I thought would look good. And now I haven't done it like this. So let's start by adding in some little gears in between all of these articulation points because they would, you know, obviously need to connect. Maybe we will pretend like there's one sticking out here because I think gears really do need kind of the interconnectedness in order to make them look more like gears. Oh no, I'm losing definition. And then let's have this one connect here, and maybe it has a little connection point here. Okay, I should really switch over to a smaller pen. Gears were a difficult choice. Let's try this here. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit closer so that you guys can see this a little better. So if anybody is prone to motion sickness, you might want to look away or avert your eyes for just a second. And moving in 3, 2, 1. I got a new phone stand, and this one is much tougher to move. Okay. We did watercolor, but yeah, now we're adding pen details. There we go. Okay, so let's add that in. I'm trying to add in those square teeth. Somebody said they liked those better. You know, that's not perfect, but once we add in all the details, it's going to be fine. I'm just going to add in a gear. I know this isn't going to make a ton of sense, but I'm going to add in a gear. I'm just going to add like a little like nub on either side of this so that it kind of looks like maybe there is some sort of a gear thing in here. And then let's build a little tiny gear. Teeny little gear here. It's a pretend gear. Let's connect it and it will look kind of like a gear. I did not think about the space I would need for these. So anyways, as you can see, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. I feel like by at least doing all these shapes, it will still kind of have a similar feel to it. One of the suggestions I liked was kind of giving it a little badge. So let's actually focus on some nicer gears here to make it like a little heart kind of a thing. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. So the first one is going to be a little circle here. And then let's add those little teeth around. All right, well, I really, in theory, love the idea of the gears, but in practice, this is not my favorite, but we're doing it. We are doing it. Okay, there's one gear, and then we need one that kind of fits in to it here. This one's going to be more of a springy one. And then let's do one more down here. Now, technically, if I were to try to put a gear in between these two, if they connected to both of them, it would log that up. So it really only needs to connect to one. But maybe mine's not going to really connect to anything. Oh, goodness. And this is the, we always have one of these little portions in class where the failure portion part of the class starts, where I fail at something, and it will just kind of show you that you can always just keep going or adapt or give up. I don't know. I'm also going to move the camera again one more time. Let's angle it so you can actually see what I'm doing, because I think my hand's just in the way a little bit too much. So again, if you are prone to motion sickness, we're going to move this in 3, 2, 1. One more time. We need to get it at a little bit of an angle. I think that might be a little better. Yeah, you should be able to see that a little better, I think, now. Sorry about that. Add little square toes. Okay, that's kind of funny. Let's do that. Little square, kind of like little dino feet. Okay, I love that. I love that so much. All right, now let's connect this here. And I'm just going to add in kind of the circle here and those little gear type shapes. That works. Okay, now next for the arms, I'm just going to put the gears. Right. How do we want the... How do we want the arms to connect? Let's see. We're going to need a gear here. So we've kind of done this as the point of articulation. So let's just keep that kind of going. And then let's make this, it's going to connect in here. Oh my goodness, my brain, I feel like it's going to, I'm just going to make kind of a shape here. Let's pretend like the gear is kind of this top part. Oh no, all right, I've messed up. That's not how I wanted that to look. Sure, whatever. Oh, this is not how I want this to look, but you know, we are going with it. And I also want to make sure I leave room on the other side for my other robot and his hands, so these look like weird little fingers with hair or something. We're just going to go with it. We're going with it. Let's add some more hair because that worked out super well the last time. All right, I have no idea if anybody would actually get gears from this, but that was the intention. Now there's safety. There's safety. Your gears look like jazz hats. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, they do look like... So I could leave these like the little jazz hands, or we could add a little connector. I'm going to leave them like jazz hands. I like the idea of them being jazz hands. Let's add some eyes. And on this part, I don't necessarily need it to be exactly how... with the gears, I kind of like the idea of like a little like window here. So I'm going to add that in. I'm going to add a little square. And then on one side, just to give it a little depth, let's add in the eyes. And we could make them little gear type shapes, just to kind of bring that theme in. Kind of looks like eyelashes, you know. And then let's give it a little mouth. Just a little smile. Boop. Your robot looked hurt, so you drew a Band-Aid on it? Oh, I love that. Okay, so there is what number one. If I roll gears again, I am re-rolling. We are not doing gears again. I tried my best. Wait, does she need a little antenna? I'm gonna wait for a little bit. All right, let's roll again. A little bow. We could do a little bow with the gear. I like the idea of the bow. Here, I'm gonna make a little gear here. It's kind of like a gear. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is cute. It's cute now. Gear space buns. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would have been good. Here, we'll add a second one of these. This is her version of space buns. This is cracking me up. She's kind of cute. It's not my favorite one I've ever done, but she's cuter than I thought. Okay. All right, moving on. What is the main component going to be except for gears? Gears can go away. All right. Oh my gosh, it rolled a 5 again. No gears. 4 chains. Okay. I feel like, yes, the square will definitely need an antenna, that's for sure. So for chains, let's connect everything with chains. The way we're going to connect, let's make little chains just to kind of reference. So if we were making a chain, we would make basically these shapes repeating, and then you would connect them kind of like this. And that's kind of how you'd make the chain in general. We can also just, if you're intimidated by something like that, you can literally make the chain by going like this. It's fine. It's totally fine. And that's just a lot on my hand. All right, sorry. So let's make this, let's connect everything with chains. So this is going to come down here. This one's going to connect here. And then connect. There'll be an up part here. Connect and up. So we've got a chain connecting this part. Let's connect this one too. We've got a little C shape, then a backward C shape. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Again, C shape, backward C shape, close those off, connect. I feel like this one's already going so much better. Oh, outline, yes, thank you, thank you. Let's outline these. So I'm just going to do a quick time check, by the way. So I have a feeling I'm only going to be able to draw on these 3 today. So we've got one more together, one more little robot together, and I won't draw on the other ones. But what I would love to see, you know, we're not done yet today, but I would love to see, I want to see your guys' robots. So if you guys make a video, please tag me in it because I want to see them. Let's make our, I want to do the arms next. Have this one waving. Oh, that would be cute. Okay, can I do this? I need to make, Let's have this go up this way. Dude. Oh man, this one's twisting my brain. Hello, brain. Can we do this? Boop, 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 and boop. Okay. Now let me connect these. I'm losing this a little bit, but it's fine. We can get the general impression. Okay, in general you can tell it's a chain. It's not the best chain. And then I'm going to do one of these little hands like that, because it's a little grippy hand, you know? Oh, so that could be kind of fun at the very end of class, even though I'm not going to draw on the last three. I could roll for the other robots, so in case you guys want to have the inspiration for the next ones, and then I can write in there and maybe I'll finish them off and show you guys what I do. All right, this one, I'm going to make this arm coming down, so I'm going to do those interlocking backwards and forward C shapes here. That's probably enough. Boop, boop, boop. Even like that would pretty much do what you needed it to for the chain if you're intimidated on the other parts of it. And then a little hand or a little clamp. I don't know if anybody else watches Futurama. Clamp, yeah. I do have an Instagram as well, so you can definitely tag me there too if that's easier for you. Okay. I don't know how to incorporate the chain with the antenna because a chain wouldn't go straight up, it would kind of go down. Should I just give it a fun antenna no matter what? Actually, let's just do a fun antenna. Do a mouth like Futurama. Hold on, let me see. I gotta remember what the clampy robot. Clamps. Images, let me see. Okay, yeah. Let's do the mouth like that, or kind of generally. So it's kind of like open here, like this. This is the mouth, and then the teeth. Just like that. And then maybe we can even do some eyes kind of similar. So we can give it a little well, they usually have the eyes kind of popping out, especially on this character because it's very expressive. But there is kind of a box then that this will go into. Oh, I guess I'm going to color that part in. I don't know why these robots just really get me. They're funny. Little eyeballs. There we go. Yes. Okay. And then I feel like let's give him a little Bender. I know that this is not Bender, but let's give him a little Bender inspired antenna. Boop, and there we go. That's my favorite one so far. Oh, the eyes could have been upside down used. Yeah, you're totally right. That would have been good. All right, anything to the feet, or do we keep the feet? Clamp feet? If we added clamp feet, let's just pretend. That'd be quadruple the clamp in action. I'm thinking no feet. I think you're right. And let's do this one. This is gonna be our last one we're gonna like actually draw together. And then I will roll for the other ones, and then I'll try to finish them. And we should all post our other ones. I want to see these ones that you guys do too, but number 6, pipes. Okay. We can do pipes. I'm gonna look up some of those, kind of thinking like how copper pipes kind of fit together, so I just want to remember what the connections look like. These are kind of nice because pipes have a lot of different possibilities for like connectors, and yes, I will show all 3 when they are done. They've got a ton of different options for different connectors and 90-degree angles and stuff. So I'm going to start by outlining this one again. Okay, not perfect. It's okay. I'm getting excited by the thought of being able to see all these little robots that you guys are painting. Okay, we got it outlined. Now we got to do some pipes. So first thing I'm going to do is one of the like angle, I don't know if you know, if you're when you're in like Home Depot, you see those little angle connector pipes. So they have like a little disc, and then it would come over like this pipe, and then it would connect. And there's sometimes little dots or something. This isn't perfect. Oh my goodness, I'm losing the plot here. Let's make our little oval, our little connector. That one's a little better. Little connector, and then we can connect it down. Kind of wish I'd had. Okay, we'll have some expression in this robot's arms, but this one is just going to go down. Let's connect this pipe here, and then let's also kind of hint to the fact that these screw in. I don't know, I'm making this up as I go along, as I'm sure that you can tell. I'm ending this one a little earlier because this one's going to have a rounded connector. So I kind of want it to be like over to the side a little bit, and then have this arm down. I don't know why, but I also feel like this one's arms should be able to reach all the way to the ground. Why do I feel like that? So this has a little connector, and to make the connector kind of like that. Wish they were holding hands. Oh, that would have been cute. Holding clamps. And then let's have this one come out. I don't know how to make... What kind of hands do these ones have? Let's see. The head is too heavy for these feet? Yeah, so the hands can also hold it up. let's just make it so they kind of have like the pipe connections at the end. So it's kind of like, let's give them a bigger platform. Ooh, that is wobbly. Give them the same thing over here. Like little plate hands. Oh man, all right. Let's do connectors down here. I feel like the more I think about this, it's not as, I kind of overthink it, but so let's just add our little connectors here. These are the little pipes that connect. I do like the hands. I kind of like this idea that he's gonna like kind of hold himself up a little bit. What are we doing for what should we do for the head on this one? Oh my gosh, plunger. Wow, that would have been amazing. That would have been absolutely amazing. I'm kind of thinking, what should we do for eyes? Let's look at some other, what are some of the other eye options I've done? One big eye. I kind of like the one big eye. Okay. Should I put it in a little recess? I like the one big eye. So I'm going to start by just making a circle for the one eye. Big eye. There we go. I'm going to add in a little glint. A pipe hat. Huh, how would I do that? Like a little side hat kind of a thing. All right, I'm going to add in a little more definition around the eye just to make it stand out a little more. And then for the mouth, I want to do this. I like to make sometimes the robot's mouths kind of do where they're like boop, and then it's like beep, burp, 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 burp. I don't know why, but I like that. Okay, I like the idea of having some sort of like a little hat or something. I feel like, okay, all right, I don't know, I do not, disclaimer, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but a faucet hat, how would I make a faucet? You guys have great ideas. My implementation skills are running dry right now. Yeah, I love this mouth. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so I feel like for balance, yeah, on this side, I don't want to put anything, but on this side to give him a little like, let's give him like a little vent pipe side hat or something. I don't know. If we hate this, we can, I'm going to make it go over to the side a little bit. Okay, hear me out. What if we do the opposite side over there for the pipe connector thing? I kind of like the one, but I kind of feel like the balance would be cute. Should I add the second one? Here, let's draw a second one on this, and then I will see if it works. Okay, 1 or 2. I'm super torn. I kind of like the asymmetry too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn. Here, we'll have a pseudo. We'll have a compromise. Let me grab my scissors. And let me get some clear tape. Okay, hold on. Okay, now he's got 1 or 2. Oh, eyelashes could be cute. I'm kind of worried about adding anything else to detract. I think I'm going to keep this one like it is. We're going to do a couple things. I'm going to move the camera up so we can see them all at the same time. So if you are prone to, again, motion sickness or something like that, look away now in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So here are, oh, I love them all together. Look at how cute they are together. Yeah, we've got a compromise. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is let's roll for these other 3, and I will make little notes in here. And then if anybody wants to participate by finishing off these 3, you can do that. So for number 1, the common theme. Wait, do we want to replace gears? Do we want to replace the number 5 with something else? Or do you guys want the challenge? You guys want the challenge? All right, we'll keep it the same. No gears. Okay, we'll just re-roll. If we, yeah, 5 is your own choosing. I like that. That's choose your own. CYO, choose your own. All right, ready. So for our yellow and pink one, the main, oh, that was loud. The main component is going to be bolts. So if you want to work on these afterwards, you can. For our second one, our blue and greenish colored one is choose your own. And our final one is going to be lines. No more gears. Yeah, I don't have any desire to do any more gears, although I do kind of want to try to do it to just fix it. But one thing we can kind of learn from this is, especially when you do a whole collection, this one's kind of odd, but it doesn't look that odd when you add it in with our other little dudes. It kind of all fits, you know? So anyways, I think that's where we're going to wrap up for today. I hope that you guys had fun with this. As one little notice, I actually, this worked out good that we added in another class this week because I won't be able to come on next week. It's my cousin's baby shower and I don't want to miss that. So I won't be seeing you guys next week, but the week after we'll be back at it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and I hope that I get to see your little robots, and I hope that you have a great day. The other 3 that I did before this, oh yeah, oh, before I sign off, do you guys want to take do you want to take screenshots of the ones that I've done previously in case you want some inspiration on some of the common themes? Here are 3 other ones that I did. You can see kind of the tubes I did, or these. And then, okay, so here's this one. This one will be on the screen for another about 5 seconds. While it's doing that, there's a question on, will I do a class with the Cosmic Fun palette? I will at least do a couple tutorials. I don't know if I'm going to do a full class because I only I only produced like 17 of them, so I don't know how many people would be able to join, but we might throw it in here and there because I want to paint with that one color. So yes. So there's that one, and then here's another one for some other inspiration in case you want to screenshot that. So we'll be doing something with the Cosmic Fun palette for sure. Screenshot will depend on your device itself, so I don't actually know. So there is that one. I will upload this also to YouTube, so if anybody needs to do that. And then, yeah. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you guys soon.